For many drivers, especially here in Detroit, the new system leaves safe driving, low-income residents getting less coverage while paying higher prices than wealthier drivers around the state, and that is just wrong. In addition to serving as state representative, like was mentioned, I am also a physical therapist, and I continue to practice so that I can see firsthand what is happening to our crash survivors. As a PT, I know that the no-fault changes were going to be devastating, but it has been truly tragic to watch these stories unfold. Auto insurance companies are taking advantage of these changes and denying medically necessary treatment, compromising critical care for our crash survivors, all without any transparency or accountability, is unacceptable. More than 1,500 people have lost care that they were promised when they paid their insurance premiums. More than 3,000 care workers have been laid off, and nearly 100 businesses that once provided care have gone belly up. Crash survivors have no place to go and no way to afford essential care. And even more heartbreaking, some have died. I know exactly who these survivors are, and I have witnessed their struggle firsthand. I also understand the relationships between healthcare providers and insurance companies all too well. Insurance companies are coming off a year with record profits. $1 billion were raked in 2020, and that is unacceptable.
Crucial. It's especially cruel that these survivors were not grandfathered in and are being punished retroactively. But the truth is, the new law is punishing every driver in Michigan, especially those in Detroit. We were promised a lot when the reform bill was passed in Lansing. We were told that we would have more choices as consumers. We were told that premiums would go down. We were told that persistent discrimination and redlining that have held Detroiters down for decades would finally come to an end. But none of that has happened. For many of my constituents, premiums have actually gone up. Recently, a researcher working for CPAN, formerly known as the Coalition Protecting Auto No Fault, found that on average, consumers who purchase reduced coverage levels actually pay more than those who purchase full benefits. That's due to discrimination in places like Detroit. The researcher, Doug Heller, found that the annual cost of traditional unlimited PIP coverage for a driver in Livonia was $736. But if they live in the 48215 zip code in District 4 and selected the $50,000, not unlimited, but $50,000 PIP coverage to save money, their coverage alone cost $962.
Qualities to the legislation that was passed in 2019. We gave up our best in the nation health care for higher rates. We gave up our best in the nation health care to not serve redlining. We gave it all up, and we got nothing in return. There are no redeemable qualities. That's why I introduced a bill for a full repeal of the 2019 law. We want it gone. What gives me hope today is to see each and every one of you here organized, rallying, getting ready for change in Michigan. When you get in that accident, we've got your back. We all paid into the system. We all contributed to make sure that when we got injured, when our loved ones got injured, they got the care they needed. but the rug was pulled out from under us. Lies were told, and money was made. It is unacceptable. And I was in the legislature in 2019. I didn't just vote no on that bill. I voted hell no on that bill. Hell no on that bill. And I just want to say something. I know I'm going to get in trouble for this. But there's a lot of powerful people that helped make that bill pass. A lot of powerful people. Republicans and Democrats alike.
The new auto insurance law went into effect. Those numbers have no doubt skyrocketed by now. People's lives have been destroyed. Their livelihoods have been taken away. Before the law was passed, Michigan had a world-renowned rehabilitation industry. And now this industry is barely holding on. And you know what? I know the media doesn't mean to do this, but I wish to God they would sit down with the leaders that understand auto no fault and get the facts. They tried to tell the story. But they keep saying that the cost was associated to the personal injury protection, and that's an outright distruth. It's a lie, like Bruce Rabi just said. I don't think they intend to lie, so we're going to have to educate them about this lie. And contracts matter. And so you can't turn back the time on the contract just because the insurance industry has paid a few of you off. And I'm not afraid to say that's what it is. All you got to do is look at their campaign finance report to find out who's on the take on our watch. This is like a third world country. To see people's lives taken out, their quality of health, their families pleading and begging for help. This is injustice, and I'm not going to take it anymore. They said at every fight I put in, Sherry, stop talking. I won't stop talking. When they tried to dismantle our schools, I told everybody, join in the fight.